Welcome, jewelers. Welcome all. Thank God it's Thursday. I almost said Friday. Jesus, bro. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Thank God it's Thursday, though. Welcome to the Jewelers Crypto Talk Show here. My name's Mega. Joined, as always, we got the whole crew here today. Trade, T-Heat. Trade, how you doing? Welcome back, brother. And how you been?
Man, I'm good. It feels like forever since I've been here, but best believe missed you guys, missed streaming. Been getting a few things done, but I have been in the background, still hunting, still keeping up with the ecosystem. Very happy to be joining you guys on this Thursday.
Hell yeah, brother. Good to have you back as well. Good to see ya. T-Heat, how you doing this fine Thursday, brother?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank God it's Thursday, man. And for me, I love every Thursday, bro. I'm sure I've said it before, but this is work-wise for me Saturday, so it's like my favorite day.
I love it.
So excited, man. Excited we got another show coming at y'all today. Excited to have Trey back with us, the whole crew back. Well, not the whole crew, but the whole, this crew. We're back.
The whole current crew for sure.
Right.
Some legends come and go, of course, but a lot of what I love to see here, boys, is the fact that Patrols has brought a lot of eyes back to DFK already. You know, some people still a little standoffish. Not everyone jumps straight back in. Maybe it's not the game for them, but we're building towards something great, and we got a lot of great topics to talk about here today as well. We'll start with the kicker here, the beginning, the alpha. Patrols, ladies and gentlemen, there is some updates. Um, Double drops on all loot. We'll talk about some of the loots. We'll talk about what loot we've gotten so far. I'm pretty sure Trade hasn't gotten in just yet, but he's bridged some heroes, so potentially we might see some of his first patrols here tonight, which is going to be fun. And T-Heat, you might have a little bit more experience. Have you been able to get any loot just yet within the
Yeah,
patrol?
I've had a couple drops. I
Couple
think
drops.
just two, I think, right now, but yeah, I'm out there searching for them. You know I am.
Oh, of course, of course. And there's some nice items. You know, they're different. I don't know how much you have seen Trade. Have you been able to take a look at any of the new drops? You know, no mythic ones in the ecosystem at all have dropped from patrols, but
Yeah, I've seen some drops through the community on Twitter, on our Discord. And quite honestly, from some of the jewelers' streams, it's kind
mm,
of kept me up to date. Last week stream with you, and Heat, and then the previous week stream, and so that's kind of how I've been keeping up. I'm seeing that obviously the loot that's dropped is different from what we see in the hunts, and as someone who's been hunting quite just trying to keep up my pace with hunting, I am getting a little bit of FOMO when it comes to the equipment and the loot that's dropping from patrols. So yeah, our jeweler streams have kept me up to date, and so I've seen some of the loot that's dropped, and obviously there's some mythic ones, right? And those are of high value. So, um, what I've heard was start at the lowest tier and then move your way up. But it's DJs. I jump right into the highest tier to see what I can do.
yeah, for sure. I'm loving the floor on some of these items already. First two I see. This is one armed armor of the drowned. Excuse me. About a $50 floor.
Whoa.
Now, granted, that's the only one being sold. A lot of people are holding on to these because they're interesting. Claw, sword, claw, cudgel. I don't even know what a cudgel is. It says a mace, so it's a mace. But I love the different effects. Stun and bleed. Not like many. I know you have the bleed, but to combine the two, it's a very unique item in the ecosystem as of now. $10 floor, and there's about 4 of them for sale. Again, not many have been found of each of these yet either. The bandana is really cool. Increased daze resistance by 15%. Confused resistance by 17%. 15 is probably the floor. So just interesting buffs. I'm loving the stuff so far. Those are the only 3 items. Can I verify that? Yeah, the only 3 items from patrols that are being sold, unless I'm missing another one or so. I don't know if the Maple Club is from the store or not. I'm unfamiliar, but pretty sure that's it. The living blade. Oh, the living blade as well. Right here for about $8 on the floor. So there's
Maple Club's from the
four
store.
unique items being sold. What'd you say, T?
The Maple Club is from the store.
Okay. Damn. Pretty crazy
Yeah,
stuff.
so we got the claw, living blade, yeah, and then the armor and the hat. That's right, 4. And then I think there's what they said 8. Is it? I believe 8. What's
So
the number?
8 total. I don't know if it's 8 equipment or 8 total drops, but included is the smoke bombs, which I have not gotten any.
Right.
Have you gotten any?
Can you buy those at the bazaar?
You can if people are selling, but I don't know if anyone is. I know my one buddy who's big into PvP is buying because they're a PvP item, and if nobody else has them, it's kind of, I mean, it's a pretty nice buff. It gives you some evasion. Why can I not go back to the?
There's 14 of them. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
there's some for
nice.
sale.
And they're going. Hey, man, the floor on that's not bad either. Well,
Smoke bombs, 2.9 joule. I mean, not bad, but interesting. 14%. So get yourself some of those. I love the bazaar. It is great tech. Great tech for a game based on NFTs. But regardless, the next thing in regards to equipment, there's 2 mythic drops confirmed today on the AMA. People were wondering, we were wondering last week, T, how many, if any, mythic drops. Confirmed there's 2 more. And as always, let's give a quick shout out to the chat, baby. What's good? Koopo, J-Dub, SMD. Let's go. Good to see all ya. And so 2 mythic drops. We don't know what they are, but I'm pretty sure they said based on, you know, what people have gotten already, you can kind of decipher which mobs they come from and maybe target those patrols. So I don't know if you have any alpha on that, T, in regards to what items they might be or anything there, but
man, I haven't done enough digging. You would think so. And they also mentioned that there's some that don't drop. Oh, and maybe Germ Curry might have just came through just right at the right time for me. Okay, because yeah, they mentioned that you could kind of deduce what the mythic items, or at least who they would come from, maybe not what they are.
what?
And so right now, Germ just hit me with what the items were that dropped. You could see it in Discord in our Discord chat.
Fed's dropped a little alpha too. I don't know if this is on point as well in chat.
What's he got?
He says the Lost Soul Mythic hoodie, which is epic.
Ooh. Okay, that's okay. Interesting.
So, Trade, when you said you watched some streams, were you able to catch the one where I caught basically every mob? So have you seen every mob so far in this game?
I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen every mob. Yep.
Damn. And I wish. Well, I guess I do it. No, the photos don't have all of them, so it won't do us full justice. But I wonder. I don't think every mob has a chance to drop something. But
Okay. I got the breakdown of what the
Let's
drops are.
Let's see it.
Yeah, and this big shout out to Jerem coming through live, like in the background producing this. He said stage 1, the drops are the corrupted staff and the bandana. Okay. I haven't seen that staff, but okay, that might be out there. We might have already looked at it.
I don't know if I've seen it.
Stage 2, armor of the drowned, octahood, and the claw mace. And then stage 3 is living blade. So I would guess that maybe, and I guess if TuneFed's saying the Lost Soul Mythic Hoodie is one of them, that would also make sense. Stage 3, you see the Lost Souls and then that would be the other mythic one would be stage 3, I guess, as well, which makes sense, right? Both mythics from the hardest.
Damn. So I wish we could see the mobs here. I wish I had a photo of them. People need to get on the wiki. That's what we should do. Get these photos of these mobs on the wiki and stuff, so people can start really power farming this stuff. But pretty cool stuff. So double XP, right, and double loot chance. Is that correct, or just increase XP because the buffs?
So they rebalanced how the XP works actually, because I think a lot of people, and I did this some, were like using 1 level 20 with 2 level 1s or something like that, and you could really just like blast through, especially those early waves real quick. So they kind of like nerfed that a little bit and made it where like whatever your top level is counts twice. So, and this is just patrol specific, but it's like you have a team of 3, but there's really 4 for what the average is, and they tack on that top level twice. So if you're taking 2 level 1 to level 20, the average is actually going to be 20 plus 20 because you take that top level once and then plus 1. So you would actually be at, what is that, 42? And then divide that by 4, whatever. That's 11, I think. Something like that. 10 and a half, I think. Anyways, live math.
A lot of math. A lot of math.
And then you round up, so I guess that would make it 11. But anyways, so they kind of like changed how that works because I don't think it previously doubled that. I think it just took the 3 and just like did a straight average, I believe is how it previously worked. So a little bit different, but they did up it where if you are using all like similar levels, like all level 5s or, you know, 4, 5, 6, something like that, you do get more XP now whenever you use those type of team comps. So trying to encourage people to play with like those intended levels as opposed to like stacking one team with one.
Right.
I like it. Right. Now, Trade, what type of heroes did you send over? Are you gonna be? Do you wanna play a few tonight? Do you wanna wait till? What are you feeling, brother?
Yeah, I mean, I said the classic Holy Trinity over. I sent 2 teams plus I think an extra archer. Just because that's the most basic comfortable build, and being that my understanding is that it scales. You can win. You have to win 3 bouts, or you can continue to move forward. I already started the first bout, and I can see, okay, well, I can kind of grind through the first one. And so, yeah, after the first one, we can switch to my second one, and I can see if I can make it to the end, basically.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Whenever you pull it up, we'll jump to yours. I got one running in the background.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready, we'll jump over. Now,
Yeah.
I'm a noob here, and I just realized, chat, where is it? Koopa, was it? No, ToonFed, when he said the Lost Soul Mythic Hoodie, I forgot there's a mob called the Lost Soul. So that's probably coming from here, right? Like
Right.
Okay.
See, I mean, it makes sense because, yeah, there's your Lost Soul right there.
That makes sense. I didn't put
kinda
2 and
rocking
2
hoodie.
together, but I mean, excuse me. So so is that one dropped yet, or how does he know that?
It hasn't dropped because the update Germ gave me was what has dropped so far. And it wasn't
Okay,
on this
those
list.
ones were. Okay.
So, but they said that, yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's speculation. I don't know. Maybe it's just bullshitting.
Yeah,
Who
because
knows? But it'd be cool if that is it. Who knows? But that was leaked in Gen Chat. He said, okay.
it was leaked in Gen Chat. Okay. Yeah,
There
that's
we go.
pretty dope. But
Thanks,
so
ToonFed.
some of those, I mean, maybe they do, and I don't know. I don't know them all based on mob yet. I gotta learn it, but some of those items, or some of those rare mobs, the 3 super rare, quote unquote, mob drops or mob appearances, if you will. Some of them don't have loot. It sounds like then, right? Like, which is pretty interesting.
Right.
You would think all of them would have a piece of loot. Unless
Right. Well, I think I've only seen 2 of them. I don't think I've seen the level 1 like rare, but because the level 2 is the who's the one? Level 3 is the one with the blade or the dagger, right? And then level 2 is blanking on it. Oh, I don't even remember.
So level 3 has the blade and dagger.
Well, yeah. So there's 3 different basics that you get, right? So right here you have 2 of the happies and then the lost soul for what Mega's currently fighting against.
Mm-hmm.
There's also like I can't remember what they're called exactly, but it's what the living blade drops from. It's kind of like a knight.
Oh yeah, the dread soul looking thing. I don't even know. I forgot the name.
Right. And those typically are what spawn in, any combination of those. But then there's one kind of rare enemy that spawns per level, I believe. I've seen the one for the mid tier and the upper tier, but I don't really ever do the first tier very often.
Right.
So I haven't seen that one yet.
The first one is the dolphin.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen that.
The drowned,
Yeah,
the drowned civilian or something like that. Drowned citizen. Or corrupted citizen, rather. That's what it is. The dolphin, who's called the corrupted citizen. And the dread guy is called Living armor. I don't know if anyone said that in chat already, but living armor. I'm pretty sure.
So that I'm downloading so much information right now. I'm noticing something, right? When you continue to move on, it's not like your mana refills, right? Kind
A
of,
little back. I think 20%.
right.
You get
Got
a
a
little.
little bit back.
Right.
Your battle budget looks like it oh,
No, that's
nope.
the entire time.
Yeah, it just stays the same the entire time. So this is really a grind out.
Right.
And it does feel different from hunts, which I like. So yeah, this is interesting. And then obviously your opponents also too change, so it's not what you saw during that first stage. So this is quite interesting. I have moved on to the second stage and ready to share for the second
Let's
round
go. Let's go.
if need
I
So
would
be.
say,
did you already click in? Because as you see, if you're on the last stage here, trade, you
Yeah.
can't go down. You have to stay, and there's no above, round 7 and 9. So, which one are you on? Like, what level one are you on again? I'm sorry. Oh, I see it now.
S-
I'm
put a 7
pulling
and
it
9.
up. Oh, bang! 7-1. Let's go. Show it on
yeah,
stream. It should be showing for us.
awesome. So yeah, I went in with the level. What is this? Level 8 priest. Because I wanted to kind of stay around the parameters, of what the rules are here, and then I have a level 8 knight, and to finish it off with the level 8 archer, which, hey, if you're getting double XP and double experience, wanted to throw my legendary archer in there. So don't necessarily know what the effects and the moves of these characters are. I know the first opponent here, which is the sorry, can you guys see my screen?
Yeah, we got you up
Yeah,
again.
it's good now.
Yeah. This first opponent here, it confuses you, I believe, or it puts you to sleep or something like that. What move is that?
Is it the
They got
dream
a
looking
couple.
guy?
Yeah.
I'm honestly not even familiar. Bro, I went through, read all the abilities day one. I still can't.
And then
There's
forgot
too
them.
many.
Yeah, there's a lot. So they got one that like intimidates you and can also taunt you.
Okay.
And then they have one that's just kind of like a gladiator strike type or mighty strike.
Gotcha. I think the taunt is right for these, looks like dreadish type knights. I tried to throw the poison on, that missed. So that's pretty disappointing there. But I'm seeing that this other monster here kind of has a seer or priest abilities with that barrier as well.
Right. Yeah, the flying little happy or whatever they're called at the back, they do like I think it's called wind barrier that gives them the bubble. So it's been interesting, man. Because I've been, I've obviously done a lot of hunts and still doing hunts. Still trying to get those in, but I have shifted over to grinding this a little bit more, and I've been enjoying it a lot. But the one thing I've noticed is, there are some strategic differences as far as like conserving your mana, and also I find that I'm using my my abilities, the active abilities. I find I use those way more actually than what I do in hunts. Like in hunts, I really need to use like the actual codex skills, whereas like, and maybe it's just partially because I have some good abilities that I feel that way.
So do you feel like you use those earlier on, or that's become a critical part of your strategy?
Right. So, like for instance, I have one team that's a priest, archer, warrior, and the priest can do death mark in days. The archer has exhaust, and the warrior has what does the warrior have? Oh, critical aim and speed. And so I come out, I throw speed, and then I throw critical aim, and then I do a gladiator strike and a whirly bird. It's kind of like the 4 moves that go in order with the archer. And the archer, then I shoot because this is the level 9, so I shoot the multi-shot, rapid shot, and then I do exhaust, and then I do both the active abilities with the priest, like death mark right off the bat, which is a great priest ability, to be honest with you. I'm loving that on the priest. And then I hit daze, and then I do like one heal, and then I'm on to the next level. And that's kind of like, I kind of got it down where it's like, okay, deal damage here, deal damage there, done, heal up one turn, move on to the next.
Right.
Try to get through it as quick as you can a little bit.
Yeah, I love the shorter game strategies here. And the fact, like you were saying, Trey, that you have that survivability you have to pay attention to. You get a little bit back, it's 20%, I think we're saying. But you don't get your potions back in your bag. I think, though, you do get the per round budget back, don't you? So you can use, like, up to 9, I think, per round.
Honest God, I don't ever use potions, so I don't know, man.
Yeah. Well, it's a good point because you're taking advantage of the abilities,
Right.
which was going to be my next point. I think the abilities are the best part of patrols. You don't have to burn through all your mana. And some of the low levels, you don't even have that many abilities anyways. So
Right.
really cool dynamic. Dewey also says that living armor dread-looking guy, big shout out to Dewey War. Unstoppable always, I'm pretty sure. It's one of his passives. So just a nasty hero. You can't stun it, taunt it, a lot of stuff.
Yeah, so you can't even do poison on that, can you?
Oh,
That's like
maybe
all.
that's why you missed.
I think that's why.
That's why my poison didn't hit.
It might
That's
be
that's
immune.
interesting.
Yeah. Digital Sniper, what's good? GoldenEye
Yeah.
also reiterates 60 days of this double loot drop. So I'm going to be trying to grind as much as I
Right.
possibly can, bro.
Yeah, so it's an interesting dynamic, right? You have the hunts, you have the loot that's available, as well as the tokens, those raffles as well. And now you're having to consider where you spend your time, how you spend your time. And I noticed, with having to pledge your heroes in order to also do, um, you know, to do these patrols. So it's just more ways in which trying to work through that hero inflation. And I wonder what that ratio is between, hero inflation summons compared to heroes that have been locked away as well.
Right on. Yeah, I mean, one of the biggest things, and I want to get trades analysis. We got him back, T. We got a little bit of actual token analysis here tonight. So I'm going to get his idea on Jewel, of course. I want to see his idea on gold as well. I know, we're printing a lot of it, but it is used in a lot of stuff now for this equipment, which does get pricey. I don't know, it's an interesting dynamic. I haven't looked at the chart in forever, so
I will say this.
We'll have to see here later tonight.
I don't typically look at the charts, but I did earlier just because, day off, I was clicking around on my computer doing a little bit of extra stuff. And at the time, it looks like it's since changed, unfortunately, but at the time, there was only like 5 assets on DFK that were green for like the past 24 hours, and one of them was gold at the time. It's no longer true. There's actually, it's a little bit different now. Anyways, not really worth getting into. But yeah, so gold is an interesting one because it is getting more dynamic. There was a question in the AMA today. I don't know if y'all were able to catch that about gold as well. The question was kind of around doing like a strategic buyback or maybe a partnership to get somebody to buy gold just to burn it, just to kind of raise the value of everything, since so many things in the game are starting to be priced in gold or require a gold fee, or, things of that nature. So definitely an interesting asset right now on DFK asset.
Almost.
Yeah, for sure. I can definitely take a look at gold. I think that'd be good for me to set that chart up after I look to complete this third round here.
Let's go and bring home the loot. I'm hoping you got 2 lost souls, so some good chances here, brother.
Yeah. Hopefully we can get this going here. I'm not for you guys, because right now I'm kind of breezing through this. I mean, what are you seeing with the difficulty level on this? And
It's easy.
It's easy, right? It's
what level are these guys as well?
They're 7, 8, and 8, I believe, or 7.
And you
7
are breezing through it, bro.
Yeah,
That's
and
crazy.
I feel like Hunts kind of puts you in a different mind or perspective on how to utilize these heroes.
Well, you got to think too, and some people used to hate this, how difficult hunts were, the box and the boars, but they truly are boss fights. Like, you're having, that's 10 plus, 12 plus. is what they're recommending. So, we kind of went ass backwards, but it worked out for players in a sense because you get that experience, and now you jump in here, and it's just free game, bro.
Right.
Question for both you guys real quick in the chat. What site do you guys use to check items price action? We'll start with you, T-Heat, and then we'll move to trade, and we'll jump into a lot of prices.
I just dropped the link. I mean, I just look at the deck screener. I just dropped it in the
for
chat.
you. Trade, what's your favorite?
Yeah, desk screener is definitely the way to go if you're looking at assets on either AVAX or the AVAX blockchain or other blockchains. I do use Trade and View because I like their interface.
Right.
But when it comes to anything AVAX centric or some of these other blockchains, I do use desk screener primarily.
How do you get some of the stuff, like how do you get DeFi Kingdom stuff into TradingView?
It has to be registered. There is a way to pull the code, but it's not always accurate. It would be something that DeFi Kingdom's team would have to register with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I use TradingView. So I didn't know if that was possible, but yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, TradingView.
Yeah,
I've heard great things. Never used it, but I'm gonna jump in there one day. Beautiful. Overall market sentiment while trade finishes off this battle. We're in the midst of a new president, of course, in America. Very pro crypto, which is unique to global economics. I think, as far as this big of a nation, certain leaders have DCA'd all throughout and are reaping the rewards, which is absolutely nuts, dude. What a legend. But yeah, it's in my opinion, we're seeing a lot of bears in certain ecosystems just based on certain things that have gone on with certain coin drops. But widespread. What's our thoughts? We'll start with T.
Man, I'm cautiously optimistic, I guess. There's so many things that it feels like a little bit up in the air right now. I mean, I know obviously we've known for a little bit now that Trump is, going to be the president for the next 4 years. So that's been known, but there's still a lot of unknown as far as what his actual policy will look like. And I know today he was signing legislation on crypto, and I was trying to look into that a little bit. I haven't done a lot of reading into it, so. But it sounded like what he signed today was just kind of like, oh, we're going to have something in like the next, I think, 180 days was what the promise was. So really nothing there today to discuss or to go over, but just the fact that they have, some type of discussion and that they're trying to be pro crypto is definitely, like you said, a new shift and something, to keep an eye on it, and hopefully, it'll be positive for the crypto market. But it was funny today when they were, signing that legislation and talking it up, it was actually kind of negative initial reaction from, Bitcoin and ETH and all the majors were kind of pulling back at the time. So
that's what's interesting to see. I see these tweets on the timeline, and you see, just a few of the top coins, and it's just all red. It's just bleeding. It's interesting to see what appears to be an overall bullish thing. Sometimes lead to sell. I mean, I don't know if that necessarily leads to it, but it's just nuts to see the horizon of it. But trade, what's your overall sentiment? Are we in the middle of the bull run? Are we just at the beginning of the true up only bull run? Who knows, bro? What are you feeling lately?
Yeah, well, some of the Heat sentiments I agree with in terms of just the market's reaction initially, and I think a lot of the Bitcoiners were expecting to hear a Bitcoin centric, executive order, but he said digital assets, right? So the Bitcoin maxis are like, oh my God, what do you mean digital assets? And that's just an indicator that the U.S. is not going to just focus on Bitcoin. That's one. Two, in the streams that we were doing all throughout the bear market, myself, StycksIntern, focused on the legalities when it comes to this space. And more specifically, I did a whole series on how the presidential election is going to affect the cryptocurrency market. And so the market has been pricing in a win from a crypto positive, a presidential candidate, which happens to be Donald Trump. And so all this that is going on, the market has priced in, and what we're seeing now is the market kind of dissolve these executive orders. So what it says long term, well, long term it buys some good infrastructure build and some acceptance from the U.S. of the cryptocurrency space.
GG's trade. GG's. Well played. Well played.
Where is it going to be what brings crazy price action? I doubt it. My sentiment has been that the cryptocurrency bull market ends this year. I'm still pretty adamant about that. I do think we enter a bear market. Could probably be one of the worst bear markets we've seen in a while. But there is an opportunity for a nice big last push. And it looks like I didn't get any kind of loot drop,
Bang.
but
Just some gold, but still nice. We'll be talking about gold here in a bit, but
yeah,
continue the thoughts.
yeah,
Very
for sure.
good.
This is my first win in patrol, so
Hey, that's a dub,
I'm pretty
brother.
happy
Hey,
about that.
Let's go.
But yeah, I do think that what this indicates is that the market was pricing in a crypto positive presidential
Okay.
candidate. I do think that we're in the last legs of this bull run, and that speaks to kind of my thoughts and analysis on where Jewel is going to go. And I'm not liking the Jewel chart, quite honestly.
Ooh. Well,
I'm
let's
not
roll right
liking it.
into it, brother. You got the screen here, and it's perfectly
yeah.
timed. I
Yeah,
mean, this dude's a pro. Like, first day back, and he's already rolling seamlessly into the
yeah.
Jewel chart, bro. This is what the people want to see.
For sure, we can look at Jewel, and we spoke about looking at gold, but Jewel is
I'm gonna
the
move the chat out of the way here for a
yeah,
second. One sec.
Jewel is the primary asset of the ecosystem, and I'm not liking the Jewel chart vibe, and I just have a lot of stuff here, and we're just gonna delete some of the stuff because we were doing quite an in-depth analysis. This is the historical area here. And we'll go to the monthly. This is the historical area here where we said that there's a particular pattern in inverse head and shoulders that we were looking for at 11 cents. That if we can find some strength there, that it's a very powerful pattern that we can look at. It's broken below that. And what we have here is price action that's trending down. So not a fan of that. All right. We have support here at this 8 cents region, and it's also broken below that. So really what we can hope for with Jewel is that this area where the whale was selling at 7 cents, that we are able to create a higher low, right? So it doesn't breach that. It creates a higher low, and we can kind of ladder pattern back to this historical high area.
Okay.
But it's interesting because back when we were doing this, when the whale was selling, I was quite honest. I don't like how Jewel's looking. It doesn't give me any positive or strong price action, and we would need to see a very aggressive impulse from there. And we did get that aggressive impulse, which gave us 1,000% move. Because I believe that the bull market is ending this year, if not mid to end of year, I do think that we are in store for another pretty powerful impulsive move from Jewel. My guesstimation of $4 to $5 is not something that I'm as confident in, but what I am confident in is that that next impulsive move will take us beyond where we reached before, which was about 78 cents. Bless you.
Bless you. From the
I
most
do,
recent type of high, most
yeah, the
recent
most
large
recent
run.
high. I do think that this next impulsive moves
Okay.
takes us between that $1.26, which is that next barrier, and that $5.58 area, right? And so from where we are right now, I mean, gee golly, that's still a 12 to 30x,
Mm.
right? That's still a 12 to 30x, but I don't know if we have enough time in the current bull market for price action to go through corrections and things of that nature to this $9 mark. But I do think we come into the zone where we have a pretty impulsive price action into this area. And then it's what happens, right? How much time do we have to go through corrections to breach this $5 area? But again, I do think we get into this $1.26 area. The fundamentals that could support that are the tournaments and the cash prizes and the loot that's awaiting.
Mm-hmm.
I do think that DeFi Kingdoms and Jewel is a project that for the next bull market, we're talking 50 to 100x. But because of the time constraint that I believe we have, I don't know if we breach that $5 area, but I do know we end up in this zone. And then depending on how we're tracking things with where the market is going, where Bitcoin is going, and more specifically where AVAX is going, will determine how impulsive that price action is.
I love it. Yeah, I think one thing I did want to bring up as well. Big shout out Rabbit. I saw you comment earlier, Rabbit. He says it feels like the beginning to him, although he has a biased opinion, and that's what I wanted to comment on. Is the timing and the most unpredictable thing I think that you hit on there, Trade, as well, is the timing and where we are in the bull run. How much time do we have to, because it's not going to be fully up only. You won't see a candle directly from 10 cents to $10. It just won't happen. It'll have sell-offs on the way. It's just the nature of the beast in these things. But it's so unpredictable.
Yeah, it's very unpredictable. A lot of people are seeing now Bitcoin make its move. I do think alt season, we've had different levels of alt season, and I think the alts are due to make their last impulsive moves. And I think there is tremendous upside still remaining, but it is the last leg of the tremendous upside as these altcoins reach their all-time highs and multiply from their all-time highs. But from my experience, this is the ending stages of the bull market. And just to quickly address gold, gold here is still not showing strong price action, but it is showing signs of a bottom here. And with this Fibonacci's drawn here, we still are looking at a possible upside if AVAX does what it needs to do, because a lot of the liquidity for DeFi Kingdoms comes from AVAX, and comes from the other blockchains that it's associated with, i.e. now Metis as well. But gold looks to have about a 1,500% upside in it. And that's kind of where I see gold going, is being a 1/10 of a penny. If we get this impulsive price action, but again, not seeing great strength currently from gold. Once we start seeing that, we can talk about higher estimations, but that's what I'm seeing at the current moment.
Yes, sir. T, any thoughts to add on here? Any other ideas?
No, I've been enjoying having Trade back. Golden Eye here says Trade knows his stuff. Love the thoughts. Echo that as well. So great to have you back. Thank you for the insight. And I'm just over here fighting off like allergies, bro. Sneezing and everything like crazy, bro.
Is that season? Hey, bro, did you get hit with snow down there?
Bro, I'm in Tampa, so no, but it's just been rainy and like in the 40s and 50s, which is like really cold for us, man. Like,
yeah.
It's I texted my buddy who lives up in Oregon. I was like, why do I feel like I live in Oregon? He's like, it's sunny up here, man. I was like, what the?
Yeah, crazy. Trade, I don't know how it is right now for you. I know it gets cold. You're a northerner as well. But it has been riding 0 degrees the last 3 days in the in the land here. So
minus 17 up here, so it's crazy.
It's cold. We got the heat blasting. We're keeping the pipes warm and all. It's crazy out here, but I love it. Beautiful thoughts. We are gonna end here in a little bit, but Trade, what you got?
I have a last caveat. Okay, I have a last caveat. I'm gonna leave you guys with this. Because I believe we are on the back end of this bull market and we're wrapping things up, I do believe that meme coins are going to have a tremendous run. Let's look at the DeFi Kingdoms ecosystem and let's look at even Honk. We're
Mm.
seeing that Honk is having a stronger, more aggressive price action than Jewel at the current moment. And that plays into the overall cryptocurrency space and the sentiment that's happening right now. And that opens up to not only the DeFi Kingdom space, but the rest of the space. I am a tremendous
Ooh.
long-term utility guy. I don't like meme coins. But when I see certain things in the charts, and the chart's gonna tell me what's going on. So shout out to TuneFed and the Honk ecosystem, but we're seeing Honk sitting at 21 cents while Jewel is sitting where at 8 cents. And that tells you something not only about the microcosm of the DeFi Kingdom space, but that also tells you about the overall cryptocurrency space in itself. And I do believe that Honk is going to do great things. And if you guys recall our previous streams, this chart has not changed. This white guesstimation that we have on the Honk has not changed, and it's been here since September of 2024, and we are seeing that currently play out. So we could see Honk in that $1.42 to $2 range. And I'm giving this example of the DeFi Kingdom space and what's happening here because we are a part of the space. But that also then leads me to what I've been talking to Mega about slightly, which is also the Solana ecosystem and one of my favorite meme coins currently called Fart Boy. Again, ridiculous things going on, but
I
Fart
thought you were
Boy.
going to say Melania.
But again, look at this. Trump launched a meme coin. What are the narratives right now, right? So if you're in the DeFi Kingdom space, consider looking at Honk if you're diversifying within the DeFi Kingdom space. But if you're also looking at other space, Fart Boy is one that I'm going to be kind of putting into the Discord as I break down the altcoins. And so far, we have an 8,400% run, right? So trends are important. Things that are going on are important. If you're in the DeFi Kingdom space or you're going to stay in the DeFi Kingdom space, look at Honk. If you're looking at diversifying with your meme coins, but also look at something like Fart Boy, which will be diving more in analysis as well.
It's just an unreal ecosystem right now in terms of the Solana circus, as some people call it. But the gains are there. I've lost a few bucks. I've made a few bucks. It is wild, and it is a struggle over there, honestly. But you see some crazy stuff. But as always, you can go the safer route. You can grab meme coins and AVAX, or in here Honk, which has a good foundation. Those are the coins like you see here with Fart Boy or Fart Coin, both of which, Fart Boy is kind of like is it a narrative play off Fart Coin, Fart Boy?
No, so Fart Boy was something that was created by a developer, and then within the first 2 hours, the developer rugged and left. And so you had all these coins floating out there, and then a particular community said, hey, well, everything is released now, all the coins out there, let's take this in as a community coin. And it's caught wind because now there's no fear of a developer holding the coins, and it's now a 100% absolute community coin. And obviously it's a funny name, Fart Boy. Who doesn't fart? My wife gets mad at me when I'm in the bed middle of the night just farting it up, and she's like, can you just leave for a second?
Bro, I don't fart.
Right. So
I love it. I like your caught wind comment there, Trey. That didn't go unnoticed. It's beautiful stuff. But it's nuts, dude. I mean, and when these coins gain, a community, like you're saying, they have that foundation of, a good bit of holders that sometimes won't rug on you, which is beautiful. They're there for the long term. So, it's a dangerous game on some of these coins, but there's safer routes. There's better strategies. You want to hit up me or Trade or any of us truly. I know T dabbles in some stuff here and there as well.
I don't get on Solana, bro. I'm not.
You're not on Solana at all, but you dabble in some other crypto, right? Or not? Really?
Yeah, no, I do. I have some
So
alts. I have
no
some
like
alts.
gambling, quote unquote, because this is
Nothing
like
crazy.
gambling.
He, I'm super fundamental. I've been the XRP guy for at least 8 years now. Yeah,
Right.
but you watch the space and you see certain things and you see the narrative.
Hey,
It's
I got
good.
some
Yeah,
honk. I got some honk.
there
Hey,
you
let's
Like,
go.
go.
You're in it then.
hey,
Go.
I mean, I bought some honk. I bought in, and then I've won some off of some raffles. Gotta love
Nice.
that. And kind of to your point, man. Well, you know, the utility there with honk. You kind of talked about this. Well, it was a couple minutes ago. But if you notice, man, there'll be times where I'm swapping out stuff just like playing the game, and the best routes are getting through honk, even if it's something I'm not actually trading through. So there's good utility there whenever they have, liquidity and the smaller, in-game items. And overall, that can help the value of the coin too. So that's kind of fun. I saw, TuneFed mentioned the, monthly volume confirmation. And part of that is just having that liquidity in all the game pairs. So it's great that we do have that as a community. The meme coin is there, but also the fact that there is some utility. It'd be nice if we had a different meme coin that had a funny name that maybe, was like Blow or something.
Yeah.
Never mind.
You're thinking crazy, bro. You're dreaming. No, that reminded me, and I almost forgot. We've been talking about Honk for like 10 minutes. But Honk has a marketplace. Maybe next week we'll be able to check it out and see if we can spend some of our Honk if we want. Or if we just keep stacking it. Maybe we just DCA and buy more instead. But yes, they do have a shop of sorts, I believe. Check it out. Hit up TuneFed, join the server, and check that out. But yeah, we're nearing that 9 o'clock mark here. I do apologize, boys. I was a little late here today, but glad to see all you guys on a Thursday. Thank God it's Thursday, baby.
TGIT.
Yes, sir. Any final comments, bros? I'll leave it open to you guys.
Yeah, I'm just stoked. I'm stoked to be coming in. It's looking like it'll be every other Thursday for me, but I'll sneak in every Thursday if I can. Very excited about altcoins and what's coming in space. Excited about DeFi Kingdoms, the continued development. I've always looked at this crypto gaming space as we're so early. We are so early, and this is the setup for gaming and crypto for the next 5, 10, 15 years. And I'm never saddened about jewel price because I see the development, the infrastructure that's going on, and the future is bright for what we have here. And so we'll reap the benefits of what's to happen in the rest of this bull market that's left. But super excited for gaming, crypto gaming moving forward, and super excited to be back and to be tracking the rest of the crypto space.
For sure. T-Heat, thoughts, brother?
No, excited to have this man trade back. I'm always excited to be here on a Thursday talking DeFi kingdoms, talking crypto, talking really anything, and give me a platform and I'll start talking. Don't worry about it. But no, it was fun. It was fun doing this episode tonight, man. I think I want to do it, and I haven't pitched this yet, so I'm just gonna pitch it like live on air.
Let's go.
Maybe next week if you're up for it, Mega. I don't know, Trade. I know you said every other week, so I don't know if this next week you're out, but I kind of want to do like a trait re-ranking, but specific to patrols, man.
Ooh,
Specific to
beautiful.
patrols.
Beautiful.
So
we'll drop that in on the schedule.
I'm loving patrols. Like I said, I'm trying to get them in, and I'm loving the little bit of different strategy that gives you a little bit different like variance in gameplay. And I'm hoping I can maybe be that first person to hit that mythic drop. So that's what we're looking for.
Yes, sir. Get out there, get patrolling. It's beautiful stuff. It's a lot of fun. I've only gotten a few drops, but the battles are so much fun looking for those unique mobs and just hunting, having fun with some lower level heroes. Or you could bring your best ones in. I didn't bring this up earlier, but shoot, you want to relieve a little stress? Bring some 20s in there and just one-shot some stupid-looking mobs, bro.
Right,
A lot of fun.
bro.
A lot of fun. But yes, beautiful stuff. Thank God it's Thursday. We'll be back next week. Trade, hopefully every other week, which is beautiful to see. And we'll be doing that. Trait trait relocation. Maybe not relocation, but trait reallocation of placements.
Yeah, reallocation.
It's gonna be fun for
Yes.
patrols.
There
Beautiful
we go.
idea, T. For trade, for T Heat. My name's Mega. This is the Jewelers Crypto Guild, baby. Thank God it's
Let's
Thursday.
stay hot.
And we'll see
Yes,
you next
sir.
week. Peace.
Peace.